last time I was here, I actually got lost, if you could believe it. And there was this old man crossing the road with a flat cap on, you know. I thought, he looks like a local. I'll ask him. So I said, excuse me, do you know where the Marina Hotel is? And he said, I do. And then he walked on. This is a hybrid of poetry, storytelling, comedy. And I'll throw in a serious poem, and then there'll be a funny one, and then a serious one, and then I like to keep you on your toes. So I did go to confession, and as I say, I'm sort of 8 or 9 years old. And I didn't really want to tell the priest that I'd been stealing apples from the nun's orchard and that I'd been struck by lightning. I thought, he's not going to believe me for a start. It's just a ridiculous story. So I thought, I'm going to tell him what I've always wanted to tell him. I'm going to tell him that I committed a sin of impurity. Now, I have no idea what this means. Okay? So I told him all the other usual stuff, and then I said, bless me, Father, for I have sinned, blah, blah, blah. And I committed a sin of impurity. And there's a long pause. An old Canon Herson, Father Herson, he was looking through the grill like Hannibal Lecter, and he said, "You what?" And they never usually talk to you like this, do they? And I went, I committed a sin of impurity. And then he asked me a question which really threw me. He said, "Did you perform this task on your own? Or were there other people present?" And I thought, I'm not taking the rap for this on my own. So I said, yeah, there was about 20 of us. What? Who were these people? I shouldn't have told the priest a lie. Who were these people? And before I could know what I was saying, I said, the nuns. And then, of course, he knew I was lying. This is dedicated to my brother-in-law who took his own life. Where to go with your shadow? Where to leave it when it's faded, when it's done? When the light is behind and shifting out of sight? It is the eternal shape of a man, the dark outline of things at the corner of his eye, the silence of it, forever there, with all its unbearable history. To cast it, to let it fall, beyond it all, the desperate courage of that moment, to have no shadow, to know where to go, where to leave it when it's faded, when it's done, when the light is behind and shifting out of sight. Thank you. I wasn't a big fan of the IRA. I didn't really believe in what they were doing with the violence and everything. I thought it has to stop, you know. So anyway, I wrote this letter to the newspaper. Dear sir, the IRA have no agenda. I don't know what Gerry Adams and the fucking are doing. If Michael Collins was alive, he would turn in his grave. I should have left it at that. But my ego was such that I actually posted it to the newspaper. They published it in all its glory, and when I saw it written in black and white, it looked even worse. 3 days passed. I'm sitting there looking out at the Atlantic Ocean. Out of the corner of my eye, I see this white van coming down the hill, and it stops just about 100 yards away. Now, I know they're coming for me because the next stop is New York, okay? So these two guys get out of the van, and one guy is a big, tall guy, and he looks, I can see his face is white as a sheet, and he's really skinny, and he's got a black suit, and I can hear him wheezing from 100 yards away. Honestly, I thought, this guy's got a really bad chest. And there was a guy with him who looked like, I don't know, I've never seen a human being like him. He had bandy legs and a big head on him like a pumpkin. And he walked like that, right? He walked like this. And they come towards me, and I thought, oh, fuck, here we go. So, pumpkin head, came right up close to me, sitting on the chair, and he went, "Are you the writer, are you?" And I said, "Mm-hmm, yeah." He said, "Yeah, we know. We read your letter." "Oh, yeah. We want to know who put you up to it." See, we don't like people coming into Donegal trying to tell us how to run the fucking place. Do you know what I mean? Who are you working for? I said, "I'm not working for anybody." He went, "Oh, okay, well, you'll explain that to your man here, right? He's going to ask you a few questions. Good luck." And the guy in the black suit hasn't said anything yet. I sit down on the chair, right? Now, I told you that I used to have a stammer, right? And when I get stressed, it comes back. This guy had one of the worst stammers that I have ever heard in my entire life. And he was an interrogator for the IRA. How he got that job, I have no idea. Right? So his legs started to go, right? And I could see here, he showed me the butt of the revolver of the gun, which he took out. And his legs started, and he went, Who are you fucking working for? Who told you to write the letter? And I could feel my stammer coming back. Answer the fucking question. I said, "I'm really so. Are you taking the fucking papaya? No, I'm not taking the papaya. You better be taking the fucking papaya. I'm not taking the papaya. I've got to stop. You better have a fucking sit down. If you got to sit down, I've got to sit down. You fucking. He said, "Have you really got a stammer?" I said, yes. And he said, "It's a bit of a bastard, isn't it?" He says, I'm supposed to shoot you in the knee, but fuck it, us stammers have to stick together. Have you got a bandage? I went, what? He went, if you get a bandage, maybe a bit of a sheet, if you rip the sheet and tie it around your leg, your man will think I've shot you. I went, I can do that. And then he said, have you any ketchup? I went, no. And I was so traumatized, I said, would brown sauce do?